Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a rut, struggling to get things done, or simply lacking motivation, you're not alone. We've all been there. That feeling? That's just your brain trying to protect you from using too much energy. But guess what? You're stronger than your brain. In today's video, we're talking about how to motivate yourself to work, no matter what you're facing. Whether you're working on a big project, tackling everyday tasks, or just trying to get through the grind, these tips will help you push through. So let's jump right in. Okay, first things first. Before you can really find the motivation to work, you need to understand why you're doing it in the first place. This might seem like a simple question, but it's actually quite profound. Your why is the foundation of your motivation, the core reason that drives you to get up every morning and tackle your tasks. I know this might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people skip this step. They get caught up in the daily grind, moving from one task to the next without ever pausing to consider the bigger picture. They jump right into the to-do list without ever asking themselves, what's the bigger picture here? What's the ultimate goal that all these tasks are leading up to? Without this clarity, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and lost. So, I want you to ask yourself, what's driving you? What is it that gets you excited about your work? Is it the challenge, the opportunity to learn something new, or perhaps the chance to make a difference in your field? Why does this work matter to you? Is it about personal growth, financial stability, or maybe it's about achieving a long-term dream? Understanding this can transform your approach to work. Is it contributing to a goal? Perhaps you're working towards a promotion, or maybe you're saving up for something important. Knowing how your daily tasks fit into your larger goals can be incredibly motivating. Helping you provide for your family? This is a powerful motivator for many people. The thought of providing a better future for your loved ones can give you the strength to push through tough times. Maybe it's something as simple as bringing you joy. Yes, joy. Sometimes the work itself can be fulfilling and enjoyable, and that's a perfectly valid reason to stay motivated. When you're clear on the purpose behind your work, it's much easier to stay motivated. It's like having a guiding star that keeps you on track, even when things get tough. It's like the difference between driving around aimlessly and having a destination in mind. When you know where you're going, every turn, every stop, every mile has a purpose. That destination, that why, is what fuels your drive. It's what keeps you moving forward even when the road gets rough. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're working on a big presentation. It's a lot of work, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Let's say you're working on a big presentation. The pressure is on, and it might seem like a mountain of stress at first, right? The deadlines, the expectations, the sheer volume of work can be daunting, but when you remind yourself that this presentation could open doors for your career, or help you reach a personal goal, it adds meaning to the work. Suddenly it's not just about the slides and the data, it's about your future. Suddenly it's not just a task, it's part of something bigger. It's a stepping stone towards your dreams and aspirations. And that, my friend, is powerful. It's the kind of motivation that can turn a daunting task into an exciting challenge. So get clear on your why. Take some time to reflect on what truly drives you. What are your passions, your goals, your dreams? Write it down, say it out loud, whatever you need to do to remind yourself why you're putting in the effort. Keep it visible, keep it present in your mind. Trust me, it makes all the difference. When you know your why, every day becomes an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Now, once you know why you're working, it's time to break down the task into smaller, manageable steps. This is a crucial part of staying productive and avoiding burnout. We've all been there, staring at a huge to-do list or project and thinking, how on earth am I going to do all of this? It's a common feeling and it can be paralyzing. It can feel totally overwhelming, right? The sheer volume of tasks can make it seem impossible to even start. That's why you need to break it down. By dividing your work into smaller, more manageable pieces, you can tackle each part without feeling overwhelmed. Instead of focusing on the entire mountain, focus on one rock at a time. This approach makes the task seem less daunting and more achievable. Break your project into smaller chunks. Each chunk should be a task that you can complete in a short amount of time. Maybe instead of thinking, I have to write this entire report today, think, I'm just going to write the introduction first. This way you can focus on one part at a time, or even smaller, I'm going to write one paragraph. Breaking it down to this level can make it much easier to start and keep going. See what I mean? Small steps. Each small step you take brings you closer to your goal. By taking one small step at a time, you'll start feeling that momentum, and trust me, it makes the work feel a lot less daunting. You'll find yourself making progress without even realizing it. And here's a bonus tip. As you complete each small step, cross it off your list. This simple act can be incredibly motivating. There's something so satisfying about physically crossing something off. It gives you a tangible sense of progress, it gives you a sense of accomplishment and keeps you moving forward. Each crossed-off task is a small victory. Remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Taking breaks and pacing yourself is just as important as the work itself. Just focus on one step at a time and you'll get there. Each step, no matter how small, is progress. Tip number 3 is about your environment. Your physical and mental environment plays a huge role in how productive you are. It's not just about having a clean desk, but also about creating a space that inspires and motivates you. If you're surrounded by distractions, whether it's your phone, messy workspace, or noisy people, staying motivated becomes way harder. These distractions can pull your focus away from what truly matters. It's like trying to run a marathon with weights strapped to your ankles. You're constantly battling against the chaos which drains your energy and reduces your efficiency. So take a few minutes to declutter. Clear away the unnecessary items that don't contribute to your work. A tidy space can lead to a tidy mind. Create a dedicated workspace that helps you focus. This space should be free from distractions and tailored to your needs. This could be a desk in a quiet room where you can shut the door and have some peace and quiet, or a cozy corner in your living room where you feel comfortable and at ease, or even just a specific spot at your kitchen table. The key is to have a consistent place where you can get into the zone. Get rid of unnecessary distractions. Turn off notifications that can interrupt your flow. Put your phone on silent, or even better, place it face down or in another room. Close those extra browser tabs that you don't need. Each open tab is a potential distraction, and let the people around you know that you need some focused time. Communication is key to setting boundaries, and if you're working from home, it's even more important to set these boundaries. Let your family or roommates know when you need some uninterrupted time. That's crucial. It helps them understand and respect your work time. You deserve that space to focus. It's your right to have a productive environment. And don't forget your mental environment. Your mindset is just as important as your physical space. Sometimes just taking a few deep breaths or doing a quick meditation can clear your mind and prepare you to tackle the task ahead. It's a simple yet powerful way to reset. Even just 5 minutes of quiet time can make a world of difference. It can help you regain your focus and energy. Remember, your environment should be your ally, not your enemy. It should support you in achieving your goals. So, set yourself up for success by creating a space that supports your productivity. Make it a place where you can thrive and do your best work. Next up, let's talk about time management. I'm sure you've heard of deadlines, but have you ever thought about setting your own mini deadlines throughout the day? Instead of saying, "I'll work on this all day." Break your day into time blocks. Maybe you'll work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This technique is called the Pomodoro technique, and it's great for staying focused and productive. By having small, achievable goals for each block of time, you won't feel overwhelmed. And taking those regular breaks gives your brain the rest it needs to keep performing at its best. Think about it. Have you ever sat down to work on something for hours on end, only to realize you haven't actually gotten that much done? That's because our brains aren't wired for that kind of sustained focus. We need breaks. So give yourself permission to step away, recharge, and come back to your work feeling refreshed. You'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish when you work with your brain, not against it. Now here's one that everyone loves: rewards. You're working hard, so why not give yourself something to look forward to? After you complete a task or hit a milestone, give yourself a reward. It could be a snack, a quick walk outside, or just taking a moment to relax with a favorite activity. These little rewards create positive reinforcement. It reminds your brain that working hard leads to something enjoyable, which keeps the motivation going. Think about it. When we were kids, we got gold stars for good behavior, right? It's the same principle. We're wired to respond to rewards. So don't be afraid to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Did you finish that presentation? Reward yourself. Did you finally tackle that pile of paperwork? Treat yourself. These little acts of self-care go a long way in keeping you motivated and engaged in your work. Because let's face it, working hard is a lot easier when you know there's something good waiting for you on the other side. Let's face it, there will be days when you just don't feel like working. We all have those days. The motivation is nowhere to be found, and all you want to do is curl up on the couch and binge watch your favorite show. That's when you need to push through resistance. That voice in your head telling you to give up, that's the resistance talking. And the key is to not listen to it. The trick here is to start small. Even if you don't feel motivated, just begin. Take the first step. Sometimes just opening your computer or picking up a pen is enough to break the resistance. Once you start, you'll often find that the momentum picks up on its own. It's like that old saying, a body in motion stays in motion. Remember, motivation doesn't always come before action. Sometimes you need to take action first and motivation follows. So don't wait for the motivation to strike, create your own momentum by taking that first step. You've got this. So, to recap, find your why, break your tasks into manageable steps, create a productive environment, set mini deadlines, reward yourself, and push through the resistance. These are all powerful ways to motivate yourself to work, even on the toughest days. Thanks so much for watching. I hope these tips help you stay motivated and get things done. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on productivity and personal growth. And let me know in the comments what you struggle with when it comes to motivation. I'd love to hear your thoughts and offer more advice. See you next time.